way we have this the way we have this trend, comparison, relationship to whole. Let's assume this is a picture and I want to use an explanation. I want to write a note under. It should be an average of 7 line notes. Use the KISS principle, that's keep it simple and short. Follow presentation exactly. Now, for graph, use trends. You understand by trends, where you know when you draw your graph, those lines, use the trend to explain. When you're explaining graph, you use what? When you want to explain a trend, sorry, when you want to talk about a trend, for example, there's a trend of increase in population across together, okay, increase in population together with increase in a particular disease. You use trend, you use graph. That's you're trying to talk about a trend, you use graph. When you're trying to compare, you use bar chart for comparison. Or you're trying to show relationship of a particular thing with a whole, you use pie chart. When you're trying to talk about a process, you use a flow chart. Then when you're talking about a sequence, by so time I'll do this, by so time I'll do this, like a projection, you use a Gantt chart. Now, computer aided visuals. Microsoft PowerPoint, it's a computer-aided visual. You know, Microsoft PowerPoint allow you to put even short videos for your presentations and pictures. So the advantage, choice of title bar style, varieties of font size. You have the variety of font size, wide choice to color spectrum. You can decide the color spectrum you want to use. That's the range of colors you want. Layout design, you can design your layout. Animations, you can put in animations. Paperless presentation, you don't require paper for Microsoft PowerPoint presentations. Now, common faults in using visuals. When we're using visuals, some of the common faults we have in using visuals is talking to the visual, blocking the visual, that's distraction, reading word by word, waving the pointer, inadequate time to study the visual. Now, let's say you've presented just as I've done this now, and I start reading it. What? Okay, no, this is not actually a visual. This is more like a flow chart. Let's say, how do I explain this now? Let's say, okay, you have a picture of a dump site, but in that picture there are some write up. Now you start talking, looking at the picture, talking to the picture. You're looking at the slide, talking to the slide instead of looking at your audience. Because the picture, your audience had to be the one to keep their gaze on the visual. You already know what that visual signifies. So you look at your audience and talk to your audience, not talking to the visual. Blocking the visual. You're trying to explain and you're blocking your audience from seeing your visual. That should not be done. Reading word by word. To avoid reading word by word, that's why they say use visual. You don't put a picture there, then you start reading the write up under the picture to explain the picture. You understand? Because some persons who put picture, they'll write a plenty episode about the picture and they start reading those episodes. You're bringing out this visual so that you don't read your slide, so that you don't read word by words. So all you just need to do is the visual talks to the audience. Why you face your audience and also speak to your audience and not speaking to the visual. Waving the pointer, you're using a pointer and every minute you want to point maybe the map of Benue State in the map of Nigeria, and every minute your hand is moving to Kogi State, or you are not, your hand is not steady. It distracts your audience from getting what you're saying. Inadequate time to study visual. When you don't take your time to study the visual and you're making a presentation, okay, let's just say you're making a presentation and you're talking on the visual, and because you remember you have a picture that depletes what you want to talk about, and your audience now trying to study your visual, study the picture or whatever you have there to illustrate what you're about to talk about. They are trying to understand it and you're moving to the write up because you have the write up in the next slide. You don't give them enough time to look at it. Becomes a problem. If you want to explain the whole of about Makurdi Metropolis, dump site in Makurdi Metropolis, and you have pictures of different dump sites in the Makurdi and different areas of Makurdi, and the next slide has all the explanation and the long story, a long episode you've written. If you just show that slide and move immediately to your long episode and you start reading, you see you've got your audience, you've given them little or no time to study the visual, so they might lose focus. You have to keep that picture there and do all your talking while you're, because as you're talking, they should be seeing the picture to visualize it, to get assimilate what they are seeing in the visual and understand it better. Next one, practice your presentation. Why practice? You practice when you practice, you review your weakness. You will review weaknesses in the design. If your visuals are not properly done, as you're practicing your presentation, you're saying that, oh, I made a mistake here. Oh, there's an error here. If you don't practice, you won't notice all these things. That's why practices is very essential. Practices enables you to improve your delivery. They say perfect practice leads towards perfection. If you want to go close to perfection, you have to practice.
Hello. Can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Um, we can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you, please.
Hello, sorry, I don't know what happened. I got logged off.
What?
I guess it's network. Are we all there now? Are we here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me go back to
We
sharing
can't
my slide. So we're looking at why we practice. I said it will help us make the right choice of language. It help check our duration of our talk. When you keep practicing, you'll be able to work with your time limit. Enables you to present materials without reading them. When you practice for long, you discover that you won't be reading your slide. You just flow well. Even if there's a break in if there's a break in current or in electric, if there's any hard break of power, you'll be able to still talk and carry your audience along even without the slide showing. It helps you get rid of bad mannerism and nervousness. Practices help you get rid of bad mannerism and nervousness. If you're the type that maybe when you're nervous, you start hitting your leg, by the time you practice and you watch your practice video, you know that, oh, at this point, oh God, I'll start hitting my leg. You'll be conscious of it and you learn how to practice without hitting your leg. Now, on the D day, this presentation day, on that D day, what do you do? Presentation day requires one, you carry your visuals, you carry your whatever, all your presentation baggage and luggage, you have to take them there as your hand luggage. You carry your text, your keep a checklist or backup, everything you take there to the venue. Arrive the venue before your audience. On the day of your evening presentation you want to do, make sure you arrive the venue before your audience so that you can take possession of you can understand the setting, the arrangement. That's where you can do your venue rearrangement. You can know, okay, where and where you're going to focus your eyes on. If you, like I told you, it's good you invite your friends whenever you're having presentation. If you're the type that gets nervous easily, in fact, as part of managing nervous, it's always good you invite people you're familiar with for your presentation and keep them at strategic locations so that you can focus on them while talking. You don't gather them one corner. Let it not look like, you were just facing only this corner while presenting. You can send them to strategic location. When you're looking at maybe the first row, you focus on that your person. You're looking at the second row, you focus on your familiar audience. You look at the other side, you focus on your other familiar audience, and you just see yourself making very good and wonderful presentation. Nobody will know that, oh, you are actually focusing on all those people you know. That's one good thing about arriving venue early before the audience. You can easily strategize and people, your familiar audience, where you want them to be, so you can give a very good and nice presentation. Dress appropriately. We can't overemphasize the importance of dressing appropriately. Once you dress appropriately, it gives you confidence. Imagine before your presentation, someone say, "Why, I love your dressing." You just be shocked, where boldness. In fact, if you're even anxious, you don't even need to manage that anxiousness again. It naturally disappears. Compliments kills nervousness, kills anxiety. When someone just say, "I like the way you're dressing, you dress well." Kai, I'm sure you're going to give a good presentation. You'll be shocked how you be confident in talking. Even when you're talking rubbish, you just be confident saying it just because of that compliment. So dressing appropriately is very, very important. Follow presentation format. Don't arrange your presentation that, from slide one you go to slide two to slide three to slide four, and on that D-Day, all of a sudden, you just remember something in slide 10 and you're running to slide 10 to show them without it following the sequence you've practiced with. Always follow your presentation format. Follow it the way you've arranged it. If you know there's something in slide 10 that you will make reference to in slide 1, place a picture of that thing in slide 1, or put it as, in fact, fix it in that slide 1 so that you don't run back. Moving from slide 1 to slide 10 to slide 1 can cause anxiety. It can disrupt your presentation. So avoid jumping from one slide to another. Check stance, mannerisms, and language. Okay, we all know that not everyone have the right pronunciation to words, so you have to check all those ones. The words you find difficult to pronounce, during your practice time, practice how to pronounce those words consistently and be conscious of those words. These are what practices help you to do. So that on that day of your D-Day of your presentation, you've already noted all those words that you know are difficult to pronounce. You'll be conscious of them. When you get there, you can calmly calm down and start talking, trying to pronounce them carefully so that you don't go off wire. Because if you miss a particular word, you pronounce it wrongly, and maybe someone from the audience echoes it out, it somehow triggers anxiety in you. You will definitely lose control of your nervousness. It takes the grace of God. It takes a whole lot to come back to that your right state. It takes a whole lot. It knocks you off your confidence. Now tell yourself, I am in charge. At every point you give a presentation, always tell yourself, I am in charge. Now, just to add, which is not part of this, why I always tell myself when I'm going to make academic presentations, I tell myself, I am in charge. This audience are not here to applaud me. They are here to bring out the faults I have in this, my presentation, my proposal. They are there to make it to look good for me. So even when they tell you, why did you say this? Don't look at it like, why is he not antagonizing me? No, see it as him trying to make it look good. He's trying to refine your work. So if you have that attitude that yes, you are in charge and you've assigned these people, you've called this audience to come listen to what you have so that they can bring their own opinion on what you have so you can make it better. Even when they ask questions, you don't see it as an annoying question, you don't see it as a personal attack. You now see it as what? Them improving your presentation. So this last part is very important. Always know you are in charge and always know that everybody there is to criticize constructively what you're presenting. Team presentation. Okay, for team presentation, identify each team member's contribution. If it's a team presentation where, okay, you present the introduction, this one is going to come present this, the first person that will come out should make sure he outline and state every team member's contribution.
Okay.
Acknowledge every team member's contribution.
I will
Rehearse,
bring it to
link,
mind.
and contribute. Rehearse your links and your contributions. Where is this person coming in? Where is this person contribution coming in? Know that place. Know where to stop, where not to stop. Agree introduction. Agree on your introduction. Support each other. Avoid repetition. Not okay. We are going to make the presentation. You do the first part. I'll take the statement of problem. You have to take introduction. Oh yeah, Peter, go and do your introduction. Peter will now go. Instead of him to stop at his introduction, he will now start talking about my statement of problem, trying to outshine me. No, no, no. It's teamwork. Everybody should have their role. Do your part and leave. Where what you just need to do is to support the other person. Even if the other person is if the other person is presenting and is not getting it right or is missing out some few things, you don't need you don't need to show it out that hey, I'm better than him and just run and take over. You give him little support, like you can do your normal facial gesture, all this stuff just to bring it back into track, allowed, but not you taking over his presentation. That's why they say avoid repeating what you know someone have said before. Don't repeat it. Decide how questions will be handled. You decide how questions will be handled. Is it one of us that was going to take the questions and answer the questions? Are we going to discuss within ourselves and one person will be the one giving the answers? Like when they ask questions, we discuss within ourselves, get the answer, and one person will be the man speak. Or if they ask questions relating to introduction, whether you know it or you don't know it, the person that talks about introduction will be the one to answer the question. Decide how your questions will be handled. Now, suggestions for improvement. Avoid repetitive slide. You must avoid repetitive slide. If slide one is talking about heavy metal synthesis, and maybe there's something that came up. Okay, you talked about heavy metal synthesis in slide one. While you're talking about the heavy metal synthesis, you talk about the different types of synthesis: chemical, physical, green, and physical synthesis, chemical synthesis, and the green synthesis. Now you come back to your main work, let's say slide 20, which is on green synthesis. Now you now start saying green synthesis is better than chemical synthesis. Then you start bringing back all those things you mentioned in chemical synthesis because chemical synthesis involve this, involve that. You're repeating your slide. You avoid slide repetition. Computer aided visual design, paperless presentation. Yeah, use computer aided visual designs. Like just as we're communicating with computer, paper presentation I think is outdated. Avoid That's paperless presentation. Avoid paper presentations. Use of computer to project into screen. Yeah, use computer to project into screen. Just where I'm projecting this. Mind your language. Be conscious of your language. Always be conscious of your language. Know your audience. Know the language to use for your audience. Facilities to upgrade. Facilities to upgrade view graph. Okay, facilities to upgrade view graphs. Know the facilities you need to upgrade. If that's why you need to go to your venue on time. If there's a facility that is bad, maybe you use a Microsoft PowerPoint 2007 edition or 2003 edition. You need to go early so that you know what edition the computer or the monitor that is to control the whole presentation process, what edition is installed in it. If the edition installed in it is a 2020, you know you have to upgrade your PowerPoint, your slide presentation so that it can fit in properly. Develop your person and potential. Always develop your person and potential. In all you do in life, always develop your potentials and your person. So that's all for today. That's all for the slide. So we'll entertain questions. Hello.
Hello, we are there, sir.
Okay, so that's all for my
I hear you,
lecture.
sir.
Thank you. I said I'm
Thank
done
you,
with my
sir.
lecture, so I will entertain questions now. And
Okay,
just
sir.
to add
Okay.
to it, after Dr. Michael finished teaching you, hello, just to inform you, tomorrow Dr. Michael is going to take over. After his class, we'll have you guys, we'll give topics to everyone here that you have to come. With the rest days, we'll be doing our mini presentations. You have to be presenting on the selected topics. Any topic you choose, you present on it. And we'll watch you present. We have to put all we've learned into practice. So I'm waiting for questions.
Okay. I I'm Francis. I want to ask. How can we get the material? We've not gotten the material yet.
Okay, I think I'll communicate with the people in charge, IPS. If they ask me to send it, I'll send it across to them. Then I guess they'll send it to you. Or maybe I'll send it, drop it on the group.
I think you should the class rep.
But others facilitators have been dropping their materials.
Yeah, they'll be dropping.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, they'll be dropping their material.
okay. Since they've been dropping, maybe after Dr. Michael's class tomorrow, we'll drop our materials at once.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay, sir.
Any further questions?
Okay. Concerning you say we're going to do presentation after Dr. Michael's too, right?
Yeah, we'll have to practice what we've learned now.
So when is it on Wednesday or Thursday so that we could
We
practice
have
online?
Nati Friday to learn. So after Dr. Michael's class,
Okay.
maybe he's going to
Okay.
talk more on that. Yes.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay. Yeah, so far the lecture has been nice. Understood properly.
Thank you very much.
But I don't know about the
I'm still waiting for questions.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
Please,
sir.
hello.
Hello.
I can hear you. Go on.
I say, in this, it means that everybody must have a system in this program. You must have a system, a personal system, or what? I don't know. For some people who cannot afford that, in the presentation, I don't know. I just want to find
I
out.
don't okay, just to respond to that, you can actually do this with your smartphone if you have a smartphone. Some persons here are using their phone to listen to me. Am I lying?
Not.
So you can
Yes.
actually, even on your phone, as if you have the Zoom app, you can share your slide. If your phone is capable of opening Microsoft PowerPoint, you can share your slide. All smartphone, Android phones can do it. This morning, I did this morning with my phone. The
Uh,
presentation this morning, I did it with my phone.
Without a personal
Initial,
laptop or something, you can share like that.
I started with my phone before logging in with my system. There was a time I logged out and logged in back. That was when I came in with my system. I started on my phone. I have the sliding on my phone. So it's just to open and connect.
Oh, hey, yes,
That's
hey,
it,
that's
sir.
the last time I wanted to share my slide on the phone, and they were saying it's not compatible.
And that's
I don't
depending.
know whether
What
I
are you
don't know how to
using?
do it.
That's what I'm saying. Depending. If you have your slide, if you
Android,
have your slide saved as a Microsoft PowerPoint, sometimes if you're doing your slide, then the best
yes,
thing, do your slide with a laptop. When you prepare your slide with a laptop, you can use your phone to
yes,
share. But sometimes we prepare our slide with WPS, that app on Android phone. Then we transfer it
yes.
to another phone that don't have WPS and it won't open. So just know what opens. Once your slide can open on your phone before you go to the Zoom app, you'll be able to share and to be compatible.
Okay, I produce it using PowerPoint, then I transfer it to my phone. open it with WPS and
It will
the thing
open.
will be said it's
WPS
not
opens
compatible.
PowerPoint. And it said it's not compatible.
Yes, it
Maybe
does
you've not
open,
upgrade.
but I couldn't
Maybe
save
you
it.
didn't upgrade.
Yes.
You didn't upload your upgrade your WPS properly, or I don't know how you saved your PowerPoint. You can do a PowerPoint and save as PDF so that it will open and project it as
Okay,
PDF.
yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay. I think so.
Good
If I still
afternoon,
save it
sir.
as PDF, I can still use it like normal PowerPoint.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that was what you were saying.
Someone greeted earlier. Someone wanted asking question.
Yes, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Sorry, is it possible for us to get the topics of the presentation now?
Yes, they just said so, and I said okay. Since other facilitators have been dropping their uh presentation slide, I'm going to drop mine tomorrow after
And
Dr.
your
Michael
contact,
finishes
please.
his class. No problem. I'll drop mine with my contact.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any further question? Okay, it has been the guys talking. Don't we have ladies in this
Hello,
class?
good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, Peter.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to know because Dr. Mark was the one that took us this morning. I don't know. You are the second
No,
lecturer,
it
sir.
was Dr. Ike that took you this morning, and it's Dr.
Yes,
Ike that is still
Ike,
taking you
yes,
now.
Dr. Ike, yes.
I said Dr. Michael will be coming in tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yes. I pleaded with him to take today because I'm having a class tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon with the undergraduate students. So there's
Okay.
no how I'll be teaching and running. You understand? So let me take the whole of today, then you take the whole of tomorrow.
Problem, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Please let the lady ask question. The ladies have just been quiet. Teresa, Sedo, Iko, who again? Where are they? I can see those there. Patience, please ask question or say something. If you don't have question, say something so that we'll know both the ladies are carried along.
Sir, would I say your class has been interactive and more so you've actually done justice to the topic, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, another lady say something so that we'll know that it's gender by balance.
Hello, sir.
Good
Okay, sir.
afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Okay, the class is very interesting, and honestly, everything you've said is very nice. I'm trying looking forward to the material so that I can start practicing all these plenty things that I've heard because I'm actually imagining in my head what my presentation will look like with all these new ideas.
Thank you very much. Okay, the other lady that wanted saying something.
Hello,
Good
sir.
afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, the class is super interesting. You threw light on most of the things that we were struggling, me on a personal note was struggling to handle. And I can say that when I have the material, I think I will do far better than what I'm able to do now. Thank you so much for doing justice to the cause.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're
Okay, the
welcome.
last person I
Hello,
wanted saying before. Okay, I'm listening.
good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
My own is worries because we've done three assignments and presentation, and I don't know if they are going to use your marking scheme to mark those other ones. Because if we are to go by what you've taught us, I don't think many of us did well at all.
Okay, well, every lecturer with his own marking scheme. Nobody will carry my own marking scheme and mark you for what they've taught. So don't be scared. This course is actually to help you upgrade your presentation skill. So I was asked to teach people on presentation skill, how to give good presentation. So this I have done. So I doubt if they will now use this one to mark you on the ones you've done before. If they want to use this to judge your presentation skill, then I think this would have come first before those assignments or those presentations you've done.
Thank you very much for clarifying that.
Thank you very much for asking. So I believe we have a balanced class now. The male, do we have anything? At least the females have all spoken. Any other question? Anybody? Any question? Both male and female? Anyone?
Yes, well done, sir. I wanted to ask, are you within the Department of Environmental Responsibility too?
Yes, I'm also with the department, and I'm with the Department of Industrial Chemistry also.
Okay.
Yes, I'm an extended faculty for ENS.
All right.
Alpha. Hello. I don't know. How are my babies now? You don't call it in additional. What's it called?
Mute your mic, please. If you're not talking, mute your mic.
Okay, in the absence of no question, we can call it a day now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
God bless you, sir.
bless
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Well, now, class, thank you guys. Till tomorrow, Abi.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
Alpha with
Sir.
our form now.
You said we discussed other things on
Our code of conduct
some.
form.
No. I said
Again.
next Sunday. This Sunday, I was not feeling too well. By next Sunday, we will start.
So anytime you are not doing, please, you keep us posted.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Please, I still need that number for
Huh?
What are they posted?
And class 7, have you been able to get the information concerning the code of conduct from?
No, she has. I dropped a message, but she has not responded. I will talk to her and get back to the class today. On that other WhatsApp group, please.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye everybody. See you tomorrow.
Okay, now, bye-bye.
I need Scholastica number. The one that
Scholastica, now your mate.